This Christmas, Virgin Media is giving away 25
Big Zuu and Virgin Media are on a mission to make it a Christmas to remember. So, come all ye faithful on a festive adventure full of hijinks and jeopardy as a Christmas crew featuring actors, a grime artist and a group of young musicians embark on a quest to film 25 panto scenes in just 3 days and record and release a music track. We'll encounter iconic Christmas characters bearing gifts. Some not so wise men and women.
I'm loving the headdress. I'm wondering whether or not I'm going to pick up Wi-Fi on this.
And it won't always be stable. Meanwhile, lurking in the shadows is a wicked villain whose curse threatens to sabotage the festive season and plunge us into a bleak midwinter. Can this plucky pack of panto stars make it a brighter Christmas for Virgin Media customers and the Big Issue Foundation?
We don't know what Christmas is going to look like. It's probably not going to be the same. All the usual things that we love and enjoy, like panto, going to the theatre, seeing our families, is not going to be as we know it. So we wanted to do a campaign that would bring a bit of that celebration and joy to our customers in 2020 for this Christmas. We wanted to get actors an opportunity where they've had so many gigs cancelled that we wanted to give them an opportunity to do some stuff.
The industry over the past 6 months has been sort of decimated, sadly, because of COVID.
I've lost work earlier this year because obviously all the theatres are closed. It's been challenging.
I know people that have actually been really affected by it because it's their livelihood.
We were supposed to be on at the Lion and the Unicorn in London and then the Bristol Shakespeare Festival and the Brighton Fringe as well, so we've postponed all of those.
So this year I should have been in the Hereford Courtyard panto Jack and the Beanstalk playing the baddie, but sadly not meant to be.
I'm Pokes, your humble narrator. I've had a tough year too. I'm a dubstep MC, host and artist who performs at gigs and festivals around the world, but I've not had a club date since March. So, I'm delighted to be back behind the mic, sharing this tale of a big-hearted bunch determined to bring joy to the world during 25 days of Christmas. Our story begins in late October, 3 weeks before England's second national lockdown. Telecoms giant Virgin Media wants to recognise and celebrate its people. They've been keeping customers, communities and businesses connected throughout the year. It wants to spread some Christmas cheer across a nation living through a pandemic, and it wants to bring some comfort to those facing the festive season on the streets.
Everyone has been very mindful around supporting and helping each other, whether that's friends, families or the communities that we live in. So we wanted to bring that into our campaign as well. So 25 Days of Christmas is about showing some love to our existing customers, but giving them gifts that they can also give to others. And also we wanted to give back to the community. So we have partnered with the Big Issue to help vendors in the area where our customers live.
We support 1,700 vendors who sell our magazine. They purchase the magazine from the Big Issue at £1.50 and sell the magazine at £3. So they're social entrepreneurs. The myths are that our vendors are homeless, that the majority of vendors suffer from addiction, that we give out free magazines to vendors, none of which are the case. We offer a hand up, not a handout, to support people working their way out of poverty. For every single day, a Virgin customer will win a prize. And at the same time, £100 will be given to each of 10 vendors in that customer's community. So it's a fantastic gift for a vendor, particularly at a time where it's been incredibly hard with lockdown, difficulty selling the magazine. £100 goes a long, long way.
Marcus Liversedge, the director of The Only Wears Essex and the iconic Barclaycard Gorilla advert, is now on board too.
25 Days of Christmas means 25 films, varying from 60 seconds to 30 seconds to 10 seconds. It's the classic British panto meets classic British comedy with a cinematic visual edge, which we always talked about taking that Baz Luhrmann, Moulin Rouge way of using 2D and 3D aspects to create theatre, a panto. And then obviously Linny has a huge CGI department, which is going to bring this extra layer to it. And you bring all that together, that's incredibly ambitious. with 3 weeks production to have them all built, ready to go in a month's time.
It's a simple plan. Assemble a production crew of almost 50, including costume designers, set builders, camera and crane operators, a stills photographer, makeup artists, lighting technicians, sound engineers, producers and motion graphics designers. Build a van, explore and adapt 25 mini panto stories, recruit 9 professional actors, a Virgin Media technician and a grime MC, and film 130 different shots in 3 days. Producing a pantomime in a pandemic calls for virtual meetings, remote auditions, and socially distanced rehearsals.
I'm really excited about this production and the timeliness of it because we need something to lift our spirits right now. It really feels like, particularly coming into winter and the darker months and everything, I think it's wonderful. And it's wonderful that there's so much in it. It's not just like a quick sort of 10-second commercial. It is a full-blown production.
Next time I will feed you to the polar bears!
I think it's an amazing idea. It's something that's going to keep everyone's spirits high, you know, especially in the time that we're in. It's really elevating us and keeping us going, you know.
That's not just any egg, it's a golden nest egg!
Over at Linney Create in Nottinghamshire, with reports of a second national lockdown looming, perhaps within days, this epic quest to stage a playful panto is in danger of becoming a real-life drama.
It's busy. We're no stranger to quick turnarounds. We like a challenge. Post-lockdown, every single person and every production company wants to film. There's no space in any studios. I've managed to find one for 3 days, which, as you can imagine, 25 films and a launch film in a 3-day shoot is rather challenging. Plus, I'm just literally 24/7 video calls. It's just constant with absolutely everybody. So there's no time to do anything.
So we were on the phone probably 24/7, discussing the costumes, discussing sets. There was a lot of crazy conversations. Mushrooms, snowflakes. Never had so much conversation about a snowflake in my life. But yeah, lots of fun.
With the crew recruited and set builders poised to start work, the production designer shares the artist's impressions. It's an exciting moment, but anticipation gives way to panic.
There is no way. That is not right.
The visuals are not delivering on the Virgin Media vision. And with 5 days until filming begins, it's back to the drawing board. Visual effects supervisor Gaz is urgently redeployed to reimagine the actual physical sets for the shoot, with a brief to design a panto world with a contemporary Virgin Media twist.
No, yeah, I was doing the storyboarding, but we've had a bit of a nightmare with the set today, so I'm having to take over design, but it's like a whole overhaul of everything. We've only got a couple of days to get it over to Toolshed so that they can get it on the CNC and get it cut out, and we're filming in like 5 days, so yeah, a bit of pressure.
Calvert Studio is a popular location for car films and photo shoots, so it's not the ideal setting for a film featuring actors with speaking parts. Producer Lindsay's facing a dialogue dilemma.
I just thought I'd do a little bit of my voice in this room, just telling you how loud it is in here. It's very echoey.
So Lindsay,
so what do we think?
Filming's getting closer. How's it all going?
It's going to be close, like really, really close. We still haven't got a set at all. Props, we're what?
Halfway.
About that, if. And then costumes, we still haven't got any signed off at all. And it's the shoot next week.
But we got the van.
We do have the van.
We do.
But it's, even that we're not actually going to see until the day before the shoot.
With something like this, it's nice to know that it's only intended to be a prop, and so we can make the dents even deeper to really make it more theatrical.
It's only shells of polystyrene, and we put it all together and just stuck it together with foam. And they wanted a hard coat in case we move it around, people pick it up with their fingers and they dig little dents in it. And we got to prime this and sand it down. Just to show you how light it is. It's only about 6 inches of the whole thing, and the whole polystyrene can be lifted up, put on the skate, and then be moved into set and pieced together once the actors are inside. And the idea, they have seats on here on a trolley, and the actors get inside, and these are just mock seat belts, and they just pull across just so it looks quite comfortable and it looks nice. And because of the COVID thing, it's lucky enough the van is 2 metres apart, so they can actually keep these socially distant of the whole thing. We've only got 4 days left. We've got to sand it all down, prime it twice, and then top coat it, and then apply the windows and all the graphics, and it's going to be picked up next Tuesday. So we're going to be working shifts and around the clock. I'm really pleased with it, and I hope that the Virgin people are as well.
Over 4 18-hour days, more than 20 skilled set builders have transformed 150 sheets of 10-foot-long MDF and 50 litres of paint into scenery based on Gaz's new designs. The paint is still wet as it arrives on set. Huge drapes are swiftly hung and carpets laid to take the edge off the echoes.
We designed this in 3D. In the way that we knew it was going to be laid out. We designed it to scale, we designed it with the cameras in mind, so we knew what we were going to be shooting on, what lenses we had, and we've actually been able to live key a lot of the backgrounds as well, so we've been able to check our green screen and make sure that the lighting that Matt wants to put in there is going to fit with what we imagine the background might be, with the simple kind of motion graphic sort of styling, and then the lights go out. And that was it. So yeah, can't really say much more than that.
Hi, and welcome to Big Zoo's vlogs.
Rapper and TV star Big Zuu is our panto hero.
What am I? I don't know what I am. I'm like maybe the lead role. I'm one of the main people in the advert. For 25 days, I'm gonna be telling people what they can win. So hopefully people like me.
But he needs a companion to join him on his adventure. Virgin Media launches an internal search for a female technician to form a dazzling double act with Zuu.
Look, we're definitely lost. We're going to have to ask that guy for directions.
A lot of our campaigns that we'd run through 2020 has been about staying connected, and the key people that have done that have been our network technicians and engineers. We really wanted to hero those people because they're at the heart of keeping people connected, so we went on the hunt to find a Virgin technician that could star in our panto alongside Zuu. We did some auditions and we found Lauren.
I've been working for Virgin Media for just over 2 years, and I'd have to say the best parts of my job are delivering a heartfelt service to our customers, which I really enjoy. So the van looks amazing. Doesn't look quite like mine. Mine's a lot dirtier. This one's very festive. I love it. So you can see we've got the gold hubcaps, which I love a bit of that. I'd love to pimp my van out. The nickname, I'll be honest, mine's better on my van, Julie Vandrews, so we love that. Better than Vanta Claus, I think. I actually do want those RGB lights to take home and put under my van. I'd love that. Everything else, apart from the nickname, I'd change my van into that, definitely.
Feel trapped.
Looking forward to actually getting in the van and filming some scenes in it. I'll be pulling up in my van to save the day.
Thank you. Thanks.
So, Lindsay, what's happening? Is it all coming together?
Well, the problem is, right, obviously COVID, we don't want to put anybody at risk. There's no question about that. But we do, however, need to see Lauren and Zuu on the set together within 2 metres. I've just managed to find a medic that can come down tomorrow morning, first day of the shoot. They basically do a test, and then we'll find out within 15 minutes if they've got COVID or not, which is great news. And I still don't know what will happen if they test positive. But let's think positively. We can't think about that right now.
It's shoot day. Cast and crew set up camp at Leighton Buzzard's Calvert studio. A COVID compliance officer has been drafted in to make sure that the 60-plus performers and backstage crew remain within the rules.
By being seen, people see you, and that's an automatic reminder, and then just gentle nudges here and there. Make sure you've got your mask on, make sure you're keeping your distance, things like that.
I'm COVID safe, we can walk around now, let's go. So we got the wonderful people getting changed back here. Everyone is socially distanced and COVID safe.
Actually, one of the artists, Wilma, was saying earlier, it's about them actually seeing us doing the things that we always did backstage, the cleanliness and the sanitising and all of that. So it's just being on top of that.
Roll easy.
Please, let's go.
All of us are wearing masks all of the time. Everybody is diligent about keeping their own cup, about washing hands, about keeping distance. And I think we're really well versed in that already. Everyone's being really professional, and I think we all collectively feel safe.
Because of COVID, unfortunately, we couldn't go to watch the production. So we had a live stream where we could see every single moment, which was amazing and intense, but also really nice to kind of hear all the like backstage kind of moments, the fun and like the connection between Big Zuu and Lauren.
They saw that we was working really hard, so they gave us a little spa break.
It's about time to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Zoran. That's Lauren and Zuu combined.
The cast members are in wardrobe and makeup ahead of the first scene.
You feel comfortable in it?
Very. I feel at home.
Oh, good.
We've got about a dozen characters, including our main protagonist, which is Big Zuu, a comedian that I've had the pleasure to film with quite a lot, and also Lauren, who has come to help us and has just been so brilliantly herself. Most of the time, she's just stolen the humour.
It's sick to be working with Virgin again. I worked with them on the V Festival. Now we're doing 25 Days of Christmas. It's something new for me. I don't really do stuff like this all the time, so it feels good to be kind of working on a different side of my crafts, as they say.
Working with Big Zuu and Lauren has been a lot of fun between takes. We were sort of body popping at the end of one take. They brought that into it, so that was a lot of fun to be able to do that and make me really popular with my children. So yeah, great day.
Zuu has brought a lot of personality to this campaign. He's affected the scripting, he has affected the tone, he's affected the comedy. I mean, he's still telling jokes at like 11 o'clock at night when you're still filming. After 14 videos nowadays, that's crazy.
I dance in the rain. I got a bad gal called Lorraine. I'm joking, I don't.
Meanwhile, prop problems are beginning to turn this festive fairy tale into a nightmare before Christmas. The golden egg isn't all it's cracked up to be, and the Ice Queen's crown is still in a box in Sussex, and the cloche covering Big Zoo's nosh is too small. A team is dispatched on a nationwide tour, picking up a fresh egg in Cardiff and the Queen's crown in Brighton, before a last-minute dash to London for Big Zoo's bespoke trainers.
The trainers were a key part of the script, so we checked with Big Zuu what his favourite trainers were, and so we used some Nike Jordans and kind of customised them, made them red. They had a gold sole, all this kind of colour pops of green detail, and then obviously our logo on there as well.
Dorothy danced her way through Oz in her iconic ruby slippers. Now it's Zoo's turn to pull on a pair of red shoes to defeat a Wicked Queen. And he's thrilled with his fly footwear.
Obviously, the Wicked Queen stole my Virgin Media Jordans. I got my little Virgin Media tracksuit, you know, custom made with the infinity sign. So, you know, I'm feeling very fly right now. I think you don't really see Christmas adverts where the main guy's wearing a tracksuit. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're changing the game.
We needed to work out what we'd have as costume for Big Zuu. We designed something for him, kind of based on our Christmas colour palette and also our core brand colours. There was a small incident with the tracksuit. The costume maker was kind of reacting to this like really last minute kind of brief from us, and I think misread the Pantone colour that we put on there. So we have this amazing tracksuit. I think on the Monday already it was made and it looked incredible, and then we're like, don't know if that looks like it's black rather than plum, which is our brand colour. It was a bit of a kind of happy accident, but yeah, it worked really well in the end.
Zuu and Lauren embark on a mission to rescue his red trainers, recover the gifts, and save Christmas. Along the way, they encounter Hansel and Gretel, a genie, a golden goose, and other panto favourites on a spellbinding journey to track down the Wicked Queen.
We're watching through it. I mean, the crew are absolutely amazing. Everyone's getting their job done. Everyone's like in sync, in unison. Many different set changes and different things that we have to get through, but everyone's kind of working together to get the job done, and I feel good to be part of the process.
So we're currently on day 2 of our shoot, and we've already now shot the Golden Goose scenes, which means because she's playing 2 roles, we're going to be going into a costume and makeup change. We've had Hansel and Gretel come and join, so we've just made up, and then we've got some more coming in the evening, so it's go, go, go. So definitely the scheduling, I think, would be the biggest challenge.
To get my hair done, makeup done, have all this stuff done and watch the people do the work as well. It's been a joy, the costume, everyone's so skilled. I didn't know what to expect. When I first heard about the character, I thought it was going to be a goose costume, an actual goose.
Originally, we were aiming for more of a traditional style panto, a traditional evil queen turned into a lot more modern, slick, more fantastic, more contemporary. But yeah, challenging, but fantastic.
We just wanted to make sure that everything had like that Virgin Media touch to it and that like extra bit of sparkle, and it felt like super premium. And if Virgin Media did panto characters, what would they look like? And if we dressed them, how would they be styled, and down to their names, and just all those kind of little twists, just to make sure that it really felt like it's on brand.
We can do panto, but how would Virgin Media do panto? I mean, I'm getting goosebumps now.
It's so cool. It's so clever. I actually thought that was a real van until I went up to it. I was like, okay, maybe it's not. It's amazing. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see what it all looks like at the end, actually.
Father Christmas drops in for a flying visit, taking on a starring role in one of the scenes, before heading home for a virtual catch-up with young Virgin Media viewers.
Listen, we're connecting. He's speaking slang. I never taught him.
A little bit grimy.
Socially distant Santa will be chatting with children from across the UK as Virgin Media beams him into their homes direct from his North Pole workshop.
We're here in Cotswolds in the Reindeer Farm, and today we're shooting the promo film to promote our virtual Santa's Grotto. So this will be an experience for all our customers and their children to meet Santa virtually. We know that so many children look forward to meeting Santa, but unfortunately they won't be able to do that this year, so we put together this virtual experience for them to actually meet Santa over Zoom.
Santa will make it very personalised, so when they register we'll have something about the child or their children, something about how they might have got onto the Santa's good list.
Customers will enter a ballot for the chance to win one of 100 personal virtual chats with Father Christmas.
The children receive one of these cuddly reindeer, which has been amazing. They love it. So about 300 boxes of these will go out to some lucky children.
50 extra Santa sessions are reserved for youngsters, supported by Scope, Virgin Media's charity partner.
At Scope, we provide practical advice to families and disabled people who need it most. So when Virgin Media came to us with the idea for an accessible grotto this Christmas, we jumped at the opportunity. Our in-house experts have made sure that the website was accessible, sign language interpreters were available on the day for families, and the audio descriptors were available too for families who need them. At Scope, we know this year has been really hard on many of us. For families with disabled children, it's been even harder. Many have had to shield, many have struggled to access support, access basic things like food and other essentials. So being able to work with Virgin Media on creating something magical this Christmas hopefully supports those families to have a little bit of festive cheer. And I think Let's Do Christmas and the accessible grotto really demonstrates what can be done.
I think it's actually magical. You get the children are so excited, and you get adults who are like children.
It's just a brilliant way of virtually bringing some cheer to the UK.
Within minutes of the ballot opening, hundreds of customers apply.
We actually had over 14,000 entries, and we had 100 slots, so that was a bit of a surprise. We were shocked. We didn't think we would have that much interest. We spoke to Santa, and he was able to add some additional slots in his calendar, and then recorded a special message from Santa that we sent to everyone that applied so they could share that with their children.
We've got 300 calls confirmed over the next 7 days. We've had some amazing feedback. It's so many families just saying, my child loved meeting Santa and how great it was. And when they can actually see the reindeer in the background saying, look, there's reindeer, that the families actually can't believe it as well.
Action! Meanwhile, back at the studio, the cast and crew raise a glass to celebrate nailing the 100th shot. It's the final day, and there are still 30 shots to capture.
It's early. It's the final day. They've given me a GoPro. They don't know what they've done. I'm going to show you the real side to adverts. The grueling side of when you get your face moisturised in the morning by the wonderful Lady Chan.
Right now, we're at 2 p.m, so we're in the last half of our last day shooting. We've still got 2 30-second films to do, which is a lot of narrative to block through. And we still have some of the 10s to finish. So we've still got a lot to do. Will we make it? Who knows?
Some of the costumes weren't fitted until they came on set, then we had to fit them and get them ready and I only had a quick turnaround for a couple of hours, when normally you'd have a week, a couple of weeks. Yes, it's been quite fast-paced, long days, but perfect results, so I'm happy, very happy.
We've got some props over here, I can show you some props. So this is the real pumpkin that I held. I held this pumpkin, I nurtured it. This is the Easter egg that me and Lauren played with. And then over here we just have Big L.
And at midnight on day 3, after another 16-hour shoot, it's a wrap.
And you lot are all amazing, I love you all!
The most daunting thing was just like 3 days to do all of this. What? But yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a few sleepless nights and grey hairs and stories to tell. We've definitely pushed to the absolute limits to make it happen, but everyone has been so passionate about making this come to life, and you just see it in absolutely everything, from kind of set design, costumes, props, kind of van that we've custom made. Honestly, it's such a massive team effort of people working blood, sweat and tears for 3 weeks. So I don't know how they've done it. I really don't know how they've done it.
I'm massively proud of what we've achieved, and I'm super proud of what we're going to produce. I'm really excited, really excited.
It's been an adrenaline-fueled, fast-paced, fun-packed production. Now the hard work really starts. Back in Nottinghamshire, Gaz and his team of motion graphics designers and CG artists are beginning to transform footage shot against green curtains into computer-generated fantasy worlds. Gaz is the panto wizard making the magic happen.
Myself and the team, we've been working basically around the clock. It's one of those ones that you want to make sure it's right. We're at a point at the minute where we're looking at Golden Goose, which has become a bit of a favourite. Magic Mirror, one of the animators, has recreated the facial capture. So it's actually one of our guys' performances. So there's lots of nice little bits that we're able to put in there. We would have liked to have done full body tracks and 3D body tracks of the actors to get them to interact with smoke and things like that, so when Wicked Witch bursts in and disappears. But we figured out a technique where we basically just used her outline and moved her forwards and backwards in the scene to basically have her interact with all the smoke effects, just for that extra added realism. Jeannie was cool. I think she was a bit of a surprise. We didn't know she was going to be as popular as she ended up being. When you're doing effects like smoke and magic and things like that, there's always room for improvement, and we have a bit of a saying in post-production where you don't ever really truly finish, you just run out of time or money. That's where we always end up.
Brand's role in a campaign like this would be to make sure everything aligns. So things from the way we speak, if it's tonal enough for us, are we using the right colours, are we using the right fonts in things, are we representing the brand in the right way?
You get a brand book and you're like, okay, this is what it needs to look like, this is what it needs to feel like, and all of a sudden you have the key to the cipher. If we hadn't have had that, I don't think the designs that we've come up with would have been as strong as they are. It's been a journey.
Part of this post-production process includes selecting the right music. Hannah's chance encounter with a youth charity leader at a drum and bass event sparks an idea.
In the summer, I went to a drum and bass album launch, Dynamite. I ended up meeting Kerry, who's actually the founder of YUAF, and we were just chatting in general, just about music and about her foundation and how she set it up. Obviously, every campaign needs amazing music to go alongside it, so reconnected with Kerry, and we got kind of the foundation involved to do the music for this Christmas campaign.
I'ma take my time.
Our young people are going to get an opportunity to have a workshop with Big Zuu.
We're all on the grind.
Original idea was just to make a song, but then it kind of made sense that I was releasing the song Great to Be, and the message on it is for young people. So it's sick to get real young people to come and remix it and give their own little flavour on a track.
I ain't trying to get it just to show G's.
Because of the courses I've been doing, me and 3 other young individuals have come out to the studio, and we're just like writing our own verse, just having fun, really, just meeting like someone really big. I listen to his music, so it's really exciting.
I knew of him before the opportunity, but like not too much. And then when I started to listen to his music, it's like, this guy's cold. I was like, this guy's really good. And then, you know, I didn't know what to expect essentially. So I just came and I was like, let me make the most out of it. And it's been really cool. It's been really fun. Everyone's really nice as well.
I like Big Zuu. I like his music a lot. I like the way he expresses himself. And I'm looking forward to just meeting him, chopping it up and doing my verse.
Excited, nervous. Is there even another word to describe it? But I'm probably most excited. I just can't wait to meet Big Zuu and then like get on the track and just get it done. And I think the atmosphere is just perfect because I came in, I was thinking everyone's gonna be scary. Everyone is lovely.
Scared to be yourself. They've got all the goods. They're completely so talented. You can tell they're so passionate about what they do. They've come prepared. It's really emotional. I feel really kind of touched by how we've managed to bring this together and give these kids an opportunity to really shine and get a taste of kind of recording in a big studio and meeting Big Zuu. It means a lot.
The whole process of getting these young people together has been really actually quite heartwarming. Seeing them come out of their shells a little bit and then seeing and listening to what they're saying, like listening to a young person speak about what they want to do with their future. It's so amazing to hear. I'd like to say to Young Urban Arts Foundation, thank you. Just thank you, because I think what they do for people is amazing. They don't take anything from it. They're not asking, oh, you have to do this for us, you have to do that. They're just saying, here, take the opportunity, grow with it, and we'd love to see more like of you in the future, and that would be beautiful for us.
Giving young kids these kind of opportunities to work with people within music who've been doing it for years is going to give them insights that they'll never get.
Today's been really, really important for us because we're able to come to this studio, work with an artist like Big Zuu, work with Virgin Media. This is, you know, another step for the Young Urban Arts Foundation to be able to offer opportunities to our young people.
To give them that little kind of platform for them to shine, and I hope they are the stars of tomorrow. I can't wait to see their futures.
I feel like everyone in the room didn't know what to expect, but we all walked away with a piece of music that we can kind of look back on and say, yeah, I was there when they made that. And that's the best thing.
We're days away from deadline. The launch film, Santa's Virtual Grotto and Big Zoo's music video are all scheduled for release on the 26th of November.
So there'd be TV, you may receive an email from us, you may see it on a social post. So there's lots of different spaces. We're immersing everyone in this Christmas campaign and wanting everyone to kind of have a smile and feel good about it at Christmas.
We've now launched the campaign and it's been really successful. So all the hard work has paid off, which is great. We're up to day 7 and we've had about 250,000 customers enter. We've had so many people interact with the campaign, follow the videos and the panto, and we've had lots of comments from customers, lots of overwhelmed and shocked customers that can't believe that they've won.
Each panto ends with a chance for viewers to win a show-stopping prize, and it's Claire's role to coordinate delivery of the winner's gifts.
We have to convince the winner that they have actually won this prize. A lot of them think it's a scam, they can't quite believe it. Some of the prizes are very high value. The first one was John Lewis Wrapped for You, £3,000.
I wasn't sure what to think. I genuinely thought it was a mistake. I'd even forgotten I'd entered the draw until I received the email that said I'd won and was able to pick lots of presents and effectively pay for Christmas, which was brilliant, fantastic news. I think there were about 90 items in total, so there's a few things for me, but generally it's just for all family members, so it's obviously been a really hard year this year, and it's been a massive difference for this year. Really pleased. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So as you can see behind me, we've got the packing team packing up the cocktail kits, which is day 9 of the show-stopping prizes. And we've got 5 winners here, and they get to nominate a friend to receive one of these as well. As part of the day 10 show-stopping prize, we have the Sony TVs all wrapped up.
For my prize, Virgin are giving me a 55-inch 4K Android Sony Bravia TV, complete with a soundbar, a 12-month voucher to the Virgin store, a movie night hamper. I'm also getting 6 bottles of wine and a Polaroid camera. Now I am so ecstatic. Early Christmas present. Thank you, Virgin.
I won on day 11 of the Virgin draw, and I won a £1,000 lifestyle voucher and a trip to Santa's Grotto. The Santa's Grotto I'm actually gifting to a friend called Jen, who has 6 children. 2 of the children have special needs, so it's been especially difficult for them this year, and they're looking forward to it very much.
We have got some amazing prizes to come. Virgin Money, so 5 winners win £1,000 and can gift also another £1,000 to a friend. We've got country retreats, we've got smartphones that we're ordering for friends and family, and then the big one at the end, which is the castle, Live Like a King and Queen. The winner also gets a 1-year subscription to The Big Issue, so the comments and feedback coming back from that as well is really great.
We've seen people doing extraordinary things with it. We've seen people buying warm clothes to continue selling. We've seen people put money aside for more magazines to support them into the future. We've seen people cover off really significant housing debt, buy food that is really lacking, top-ups for fuel in the winter months. It's been a fantastic gift.
We've had loads of amazing messages from our Big Issue vendors, because now we're able to partner up those vendors with the customers that have won prizes and really make a difference. So it's, really overwhelming, and feels really great to kind of see it now in action.
It's really supported the vendors to feel connected to their community. And for a vendor, the selling of the magazines is one thing because it supports them earning a living. But in particular, it's connecting them back into the community and having that interaction with the community that is really, really important to our vendors. And so thank you to Virgin customers, because that's been a huge boost to all of our vendors.
And that, dear friends, brings our festive tale to a happy end. Despite a global pandemic, last-minute panics, frantic dashes for missing props and a demanding shooting schedule designed to beat a looming lockdown, this team of plucky performers and their dedicated backstage crew have conjured up a Christmas miracle.
That's been amazing.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
amazing. I have no idea how we managed to get all of that stuff in 3 days.
It's honestly, it's been truly magical seeing everything come together. It's just felt really, really special.
Just seeing it all come together is so amazing. I think like so much hard work's gone in, and there were real points where I feel like we were kind of thinking, is this kind of going to be like done in time?
I'm really excited to see how it envelops, and to see all the characters and the journey of it, and it's kind of going to give the country a little bit of something about, of what they're missing throughout the year. I think it's very clever.
We haven't been able to work since lockdown, so many creatives and artists the theatres have been shut. So this has been really, really important for us to remember what we do, and remember that we're really good at what we do, and that there's still life in performance and the joy that it brings, especially at Christmas time.
We're all entertainers. We know the nation needs it at the moment. This is the perfect campaign for that.
For me, it's really heartfelt. It's about doing the right thing by our customers, but also in all the artists and production and just the way it's all come together. I'm super proud of it, to be honest.
Massive thank you to Virgin Media and Destinate for this wonderful prize.
We're all over the moon. I've never usually win anything, and we're sure to treat ourselves. Thank you very much.
I'm day 5 winner of the Virgin's 25 show-stopping days of gifts. Thank you, Virgin. You've brought an early Christmas for me, and I was so excited to get the parcels.
I've won a craft beers 12-month supply. I'm going to share with family and friends.
We won the Marvel gaming bundle. We're really excited to win. We plan to give the other set to a women's refuge.
Thank you, Virgin Media, and happy Christmas to all.
Thank you, Virgin. That was a lovely surprise. I really appreciate it. Happy Christmas.
I just hope it kind of touches people's hearts, makes them smile, and makes Christmas feel a little bit like Christmas, because we know it's going to be a bit weird.
What was all that about? It was a little bit of fun. Happy New Year, everyone.
By now I'm a great to be. I'ma take my time, and there's nothing you can say to me. We're all on a grind, and there ain't no way they're breaking me. They'll want you inside. there's space, my G. Even the best in life, they taste defeat. If you don't know by now, I'm a great to be.